to themselves. Vanity. Do not bring lunch money. Don't bring lunch money.
Listen, don't worry.
I tried to ask, but they said, but all right. Welcome into the Grapevine on a Thursday morning here on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. Feels good to be back in the Grapevine, people. Ayokunmi Kekirekum here, and I'm looking forward to all of the basketballs and entertainment just we'll be getting into this morning. You know how we always do on Tuesday and Thursday at 8:15. Welcome once again to the smoothest side of life. It's going to be an interesting morning, believe you me. I'm not doing this alone. I have two absolutely fine gentlemen in the studio. Because one is in the studio, one is online, but they're here in spirit. I don't care. Stand up, guys. In the persons of, first of all, Oris in the building. Oris, good morning to you.
Good morning. Where have you been, actually? I think that should be.
I've been hibernating.
Okay. Anyway, but yes, Ayo is back, as I am as well. So, yeah. Good morning, Lagos.
And of course, the other main man, James Silas. What's good?
Yeah, good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Ayo. Oris, what's popping? Shout out to Shane. Ayo, Shane did a good job while you were away.
Yes, that's true.
So welcome back, Ayo.
Thank you.
Where is she? She has disappeared. Now that you are here, she's disappeared.
She has gone to hibernate as well. You think getting up at 4 in the morning is easy? It's not, man. It's not at all.
No, it's not easy.
This is just my cue to disappear too for at least for 2 weeks.
Please don't leave us. You can join us on the show as always on WhatsApp and on YouTube. WhatsApp is 0911 999 0981. 0911 999 0981. Join us on WhatsApp. Send your messages in. Keep up with us on YouTube as well. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Those are the ways you can be part of the show this morning. Let's kick things off with a certain Tochukwu Ubemi Ojogu. You all know him as Odumodublvck. Now, he has accused the organizers of the Headies Awards of refusing to deliver on a promise to give him a car. Now, as part of the compliment of winning the Next Rated Artist category at the 2025 edition, that was in April, he was supposed to receive a car. Now, he has called them out and said, I've not seen Moto. What is going on here? I mean, this is not a good look for the Headies by any way. Look at it.
I don't know, for some reason, the Headies, I think the public relations of the Headies is very weird. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. This is not a very good one. But I'm sure that there is a reason why this is the case. I'm not sure that it's very easy these days to bring in vehicles into the country. I remember that there was such an issue with Benson, Buju, a while back. I think James I've already speak more about this, to be honest. And so it looks like there's some problems on that level. It might not necessarily be a Headies problem. It might be a Nigerian problem, if you know what I mean. Exactly. So how do you clear it? You know, there might just be a lot of things on that level. And so the problem is not really the fact of Odumodu haven't gotten his, I guess, not having the car yet. The problem really is communication. You know, if this is I'm sure that if they had told him that, look, this is it, we have issues, I don't think he would have come public. You know, so I think that's really the issue here. I don't think it's necessarily one of, hey, we are trying to scam this person who won this thing. It's more like there's probably some admin logistical problem somewhere. But unfortunately, they haven't communicated that information to him. And so at this point, I think over the past few weeks, he's aware, you know, Odumodublvck is. Him on Twitter are very interesting partnership he has with Twitter. So I feel like while he was on the rant, you just remember that, wait, I'm owed something, and then he just said it exactly. No, but Modu is, I think he's probably our biggest rapper right now. I mean, that people would argue with this, but I think he's probably our biggest rapper. So what that would mean is that I don't think he has a car problem.
Right.
Yes, but he wants the car, but I don't think he has a car problem. So I believe he just remembered that there, then because of how impulsive he is. He's like, you know, let's go public with this. But I hope that the Headies do something to fix this. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Before I come to you, James, or as you said, he's arguably our biggest rapper right now. Does biggest equate most prolific? Because there were arguments online about, he's not as good as the MCs who came before the Vectors, the MIs, and so on and so forth, and all that.
I would agree. But I think he's probably as important as they were. Maybe so in every era, as I guess it's big fish. Odumodublvck is probably the big fish of his own era. What I mean by that is not necessarily prolific, which is just production, although he's actually quite prolific, to be honest. He keeps producing stuff. I think what I'm saying is he's the hottest rapper of his generation, at least as we speak. Maybe before him, I don't even know. You think there was of course a very clear MI dominant period. There was probably a period where it was either MI or Olamide, depending on who you were.
Right.
But I don't know that anybody can confidently rival Odumodublvck right now. So the question really is not whether he is our hottest rapper. I think that is almost fact. The question is he a rapper? So so you see, so when you hear the argument online, it's not necessarily one about, okay, is this guy hot? He is hot. I don't think anybody can argue that. He's done songs with probably some of the biggest pop artists, in the country.
Yeah.
The question really is he a rapper? There are people who say he isn't. He's more like a guy who does pop songs in a particular cadence. So if you think he's a rapper, he's an artist. I think that's what I'm trying to get at here. The only person maybe would be his rival, who's been attacking on social media for weeks now, Black Bones. But in a sense, we've had a bit of a decline since the Olamide MI era.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think the rap game needs to shape up, or if you're saying Odumodu is number one on that list, you need to shape up. Now, James, looking at what's going on here, let me play devil's advocate, as I like to do sometimes. Now, this issue with the car not being delivered yet, according to him, could this also stem from the sort of clash that happened between him, the Headies? You remember during his acceptance speech that his mic was turned off and all the drama and everything.
That was true.
Do you think that also is playing some sort of part in what's happening right now?
No, it's far from that. It's not. It has nothing to do with that. So now let me just do a bit of clarification. This is still me talking from as James Silas, not necessarily as the, or not necessarily representing the Headies. Yes. So I think one of the questions I'll ask, one of the things I'll have to clarify here or say here is number one, the same Odumodublvck that is calling in quotes the Headies out as per the car was given a house last year off the award that he won for as rookie. He was given a house for free. You understand? Like, he won a house and he got keys to a whole building, furnished and everything, presented by the Headies and the sponsor of that category. Now, the car category or the next rated category, if for people that follow the Headies over time, you also know that it's a sponsorship or a sponsored category as well. This is the Headies and a sponsor, and according to the best of my knowledge, they've been on it, or they have been going back and forth in clarifying or whatever, making sure that the car is ready and given to the artist. The truth is that over time, there's always been like that kind of delay. It has happened before. Someone like Mr. Easy, his car was given probably a few weeks before the Headies of the next year, the preceding year, the challenge actually is between the Headies, the organizers, and sponsorship.
Right.
Now the fact is that they will still end up giving him his car, but it's funny that when you now come on the social media and now say, "Where's my car?" All these things, and if you go over every other thing, you will see that no next rated artist has won the category and not get the car.
All right.
So, like Ori said, it's not like he needs a car, not like he's but yes, it's rightful to say, "Oh, where's my car?" But not to take it to social media and make it seem sensationalize it and mean, "Where's my car?" It's erratic. It's not giving any common sense.
No, James. So, I think you're being unfair. I think he has the right to say,
what do you mean by unfair? Like, okay,
yeah,
so the question, that's what I'm saying, that have you communicated to the people? Is it Twitter people that what will happen if you go and tweet and say, "Where's my car?" That's what I'm saying. That's common sense. If they gave you a car, or they give the guy that won a Bentley. Always hold on, please. Let me land my point.
Okay.
The guy that won a Bentley, Buju or Benson, all the way from America. It is still the Headies that still brought in that car all the way from America for him here in Nigeria. So, what exactly is the point that we're talking about here?
That's all I'm saying.
Delayed. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I'm saying that. Look, he's a public personality. The Head is a public award. It is not particularly unusual that he's saying this publicly. Of course, like I said, he probably should have said it to should have asked them, what's happening.
Right.
But again,
behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah, but Odumodu is Odumodu. He has, like I said, this guy's kind of a very impulsive person. So if he's doing this, I think he has some kind of, what's the word?
Bro, the guy is promoting
latitude
an
to say
album.
something.
He's trying to drop an album. He's trying to draw all the
But
attention that he needs.
James, how many months
to come and
after?
say, okay,
Are you saying he shouldn't have gotten it by now?
when he got the house, did he come to social media and say, "Yo, I just got my house," or Headies just delivered the key to, all furnished,
Anyways,
all powered house? Did he do that?
We shall see how.
What are we saying? What's unfair here?
We shall see how
Right.
this all plays out. You know what? I'm going to jump the story here and come back to one because I want us to take a bit of time there. But this particular story, we've actually kind of alluded to it before. It has to do with Tiwa Savage, talking about the Afrobeat big three, of course, Wizkid, Burna, and Davido. Now she has kind of alluded to the fact that the tag big three has some underlining misogynistic sentiments. I mean, Oris, please help me here.
Where to begin? Honestly, I feel I don't know, man. Pop music is such a competitive sport in a way that I guess we can't be too surprised that she feels this way. I mean, maybe there is, but again, if a female artist has showed up over the past 10, 15 years, and been as dominant as Davido or Burna Boy or Wizkid, I do not think that we won't give them their due.
Right.
So you might say that, how do you put it now? You might say that there is a female problem with pop music, but I don't think this is where it's coming from. I don't think it's a function of
a misogynistic thing.
Yeah, it's just these guys have been dominant for this long. Yes, what do you want us to do about it? And they're all men. I mean, the problem is there's an underlying problem with pop music generally that doesn't seem fair to women. That one, I don't think that's arguable by too much, especially in Nigeria. But in terms of dominance and the metrics, we can't say because we want to, I guess, uplift women in pop music, we should lie about the people who have been dominant for the past 10, 15 years. It is these three people, and again, if she says this about them, people like Rema, technically speaking, also sort of has a problem with the big three because he said, you know what, it's not a big three, it is a big four. So I'm just saying that generally speaking, if you don't belong to the people we are uplifting in a particularly competitive industry, I understand that you feel some type of way about it. But it feels like a stretch to say, hey, this is misogyny. The misogyny is pop music, it's not big three. You get, yeah. So the problem is how many record labels are willing to put down their time, their resources for a female act.
Right.
Compared to a male act. But that's an underlying pop music problem. It's not all of us who say big three, we just look at this and say, look, for the past 15 years, since Wizkid released Superstar, 2011 or so, since Burna Boy released maybe his second or third one, since he did Ye, exactly, since that song, since that year, since the mother had Ye, he's been on some of the biggest platforms. What's his name? Davido, of course, has probably had a hit every year since he showed up. I can't think of a Tiwa Savage song, more than 5 of them that have been the biggest pop songs across the length of our career every year. I don't think that is. So it's difficult to say, hey, this. And let's face it, maybe in the next 5 or 10 years, there might be a chance that we'd have a heterogeneous big three. Because I think the biggest song right now is probably Hot Body by Ira Star. Probably, So so maybe she should just wait. I think Tiwa's own is just that maybe she feels like, you know what, her new album isn't quite, I guess,
as hot.
Yes, generally speaking, for whatever reasons. And so this is like a bit of a reaction to that. But it's not a big three problem. Those guys have been dominant. It's not our fault.
Okay. All right, we take a break. But James, before we take that break, I mean, Oris said something that Rema is also pushing that on the look. Like, it's not big three, it's big four, that sort of thing. Now, would this have been an issue if Tiwa had said, "Oh, it's a big four thing, and I'm in that big four," not necessarily, "Oh, it's misogynistic" or anything like that?
What do
you think?
It's easy to term it as misogynistic. Do you understand? It's but it's just what the system is. And then the truth is that this labeling came probably probably within that same circle of people that are still complaining about it. Now, the truth is that for me personally, I don't know, I don't really, I'm not happy to say, oh, the big three, or to label it like that. But the truth is that it's what it is. When you look at the global state of Afrobeat or Nigerian music going global, you see that there has been three people who have been dominant around the world. It's I don't know if I want to say about it's sad, but it's what it is. It's just the way we have come to see it or meet it. Do you understand? And no matter what, and the truth is that if you keep bothering yourself about some big three, if you think that's the validation for you, then good luck to you. Do you understand? Olamide is not coming to argue with anybody about big three or big one, whatever. Olamide is kicking out. He's doing
just
very
doing
well
his
for
thing.
himself. What's his name? Ashake dominated for a period of maybe since 2 years or whatever, and still nobody labeled him or nobody considered him as a big three or whatever. Kiss Daniel also had his time. Maybe people will say, okay, it was more of locally and not as global, but these guys are doing very well for themselves. So the question of big three or whatever is just, by the way, we understand that.
James, I'm sorry. Before we go on, very quick. Yes, very quick. I think part of the problem here is that nobody has been as dominant as these people. And I think when you think about the past 10, 15 years, Tiwa actually does have a say in a certain level of not dominance, but longevity. So I can assure you that if in the next 10 years, if every year from maybe 2 years ago when Ashake really blew, up until the next 10 years, he has like a big song or a big album or something, over the next 10 years. And then in the 11th year, people are talking about that era and not including him. I can assure you have a problem with it. What is happening now is that most people who you mentioned, is Daniel, all of this, all of them, they don't have longevity yet. At the point in which they have it, and people deny them of that particular ranking, they will say something like Tiwa is saying.
Interesting times ahead. Let's take that break. When we come back in, we'll be talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and a whole lot of other stuff. It's going to be hot. Keep it tuned. Grapevine Smooth 98.1.
I think that's a very big thing. Because I think part of Tiwa's thing is that, look, think about it really. Tiwa is probably, if there's a big five, she belongs there in terms of like longevity, not in terms of, I don't know, hot every year. But she's always just been on a certain level for the past 10, 15 years.
But Oris, but the game is right now. That conversation is not about longevity.
No, but it is. The big three conversation is about longevity. It's not about anything else. It's longevity.
No, I don't think it's about longevity.
What is it?
Not like longevity does not count. Oris, not like longevity does not count. Longevity is not. Is down. Is even. Let me tell you. If you want to look at the span of their careers, you know that Burna Boy hasn't worked or has not been there for as long as Wizkid and David. Not like he has not been there, but dominance.
Yes, no. But he is the closest one. Burna Boy is only 2 or 3 years removed from Wizkid. Do you realize that?
Yes, but Burna Boy is not there because of how long he has. It is because when did Burna Boy really break globally? Do you understand? That's what you start looking at.
Wait, why don't we say Big Four and we put Ashake there? Nobody has been as dominant as Ashake for the past 4 years.
Why did we put? Why is Tubaba not in the conversation?
No, you know that he belongs to a particular generation. That is not his generation.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not about that longevity.
No, I'm saying for a particular generation, it's about how long they've been there. Even if they don't, Kiss should be there, but Kiss is not there because he's only about 5 years or so. Anyway,
I don't think that's what the conversation is. Not longevity.
I think it is. Anyway, but yeah.
This can go on forever. If you're not on YouTube, then you're missing out on all behind-the-scenes conversations that go on in the Grapevine. It has been hot, longevity, heat, and so on and so forth. But hey, you can join us right now. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos to be a part of the Grapevine on this Thursday morning. Ayokunmi take your on here. And I've been in the studio with my main man Oris.
Yeah, I mean, I can never do that like James. James, you need to give me lessons.
And of course, James Silas.
Yes, so I'm here.
All right.
Oris has done there already. Take it.
The inferior one.
That was not too great, though, but
We'll
manage it. We'll manage it.
Ayo, no vex, no vex.
WhatsApp number is 0911-999-0981. 0911-999-0981. Send your messages in. Speaking about messages, AY Nuniru says Odumodu is a rapper and he's also a pop artist. His genre of music is a mix of both rap and pop. As for Tiwa, she's just trying to be controversial with baseless accusations. The woman is currently battling a midlife crisis. He wrote this message in all caps. Reminds me of my mom when she sends messages on WhatsApp. It's always in all caps.
They say they think at the age of Ion's mother, by the way. So just respond.
And you know, when you type in all caps, like you're screaming. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's that. Talia that says, and I'm different like Drewski and Dwayne Johnson. Will always be here for the great
We thank you, Tayo.
What you can't give. James with the official statement. It's an official statement, please. Odumodu must be fuming in caps lock. Oris don't start. Oh, yeah, translate what he's rapping about.
Is that how it works? People can rap in pidgin, and that guy is great in pidgin, actually.
Let me just start my own rap career. Tiwa wants to join the crew as 3A. Please pack that talk and improve on your hustle. How much I approve for the whole body can. How much I'll suffer the time. All right, let's get back into the story right now. Let's talk about Dwayne Johnson. Yes, aka Rock. Now, he had son with a visibly slimmer physique during his appearance at the 87th Venice Film Festival on the 1st of September. Now, he attended the screening of his latest film, The Smashing Machine, at the festival on Monday. He was accompanied by his co-star Emily Blunt and the biopic's director Benny Safdie during the screening. Boris, I don't know if you've seen the pictures, and I said,
what is happening here, right?
The Rock and I look like, the same body. Like the Rock that was huge.
And those who are on YouTube, you should see how Ayo looks like actually. Ayo is skinny. Skinny.
No, I'm slim. I'm slim. There's a difference.
Okay. Let me not even try and push this anyway. Okay. But yes, in any case, fact of the matter is, we know what the Rock, who actually looked like a rock, back in the day, and now it looks like, I don't know, like a piece of bamboo or something.
Wow.
So I was like, don't worry, I was surprised myself. But I did see a particular gossipy video that apparently came out last year saying that he might have some kind of heart condition. Since I have a pharmacy degree and I know kind of what steroids do. So there's that relationship, that is it that he's been on steroids for the past, I don't know how many years. And now he's kind of off it because as you get older, there's a lot of weight on your heart. So there's a sense in which what the video I saw what he was saying, but of course I don't know what that story is. But again, apparently he also probably had to do it for the film, but then he's been a wrestler, maybe not quite as big as he is, So maybe after a few months of being on that set, he decided to go slim. But yeah, I was super surprised because this is The Rock. We've known him since 4 years.
Yeah.
He now looks even slimmer than he was when he was a wrestler. It's just, I don't know. I was pretty, I don't know. Hopefully, it's not like he's sick. Or if he's sick, I hope the weight loss works in his favor. Let's not forget, too, that we're in the era of Ozempic, where...
Could it just be an age factor? He's 53 or thereabouts. Dave Bautista also had a similar transformation.
Yeah, but I feel like his is more drastic than Bautista's is. I saw the film from, Bautista, like last year or 2 years. Knock on the Cabin. So it's on streaming platform. And I was like, okay, it still looks a little bit like the Bautista we knew when he was a wrestler. The Rock could pass me on the street and I would be like, I can fight you. I could never have said this at any point in time within the past 10 years or 15 years, but yeah, it looked like I could take on him this time. So I think there is something there. It might be health, that might be it. And hopefully that is whatever it is he's doing works in his favor. But I do know, of course, as you get older, it's probably best to lose weight because the heart isn't quite as in the same condition as it was when you're young. So
definitely. All right, James, looking at The Rock now. Now, before, there's some reports that said that, he did this movie just to explore his range, more or less, because he's been accused of playing the same character in all his movies. Now, do you think that with his transformation, to play those characters he played before, I'm not sure he can pull them off anymore. So could this also be part of that transformation that, okay, I look different now, I can play other characters as opposed to that macho man, the muscle and all that?
Yeah, I think to an extent, yeah, because he might. I think as you see the movie, that's where we can tell, or we can. I've not seen the movie yet, so I might not, be able to tell. But I know that that stereotype has always been there. If you talk about Jason Tatum, for instance, if you can always imagine what will happen, his mannerism, his character, everything. The same with what's the name, Idris Elba. You can almost, guess how his persona will come off in a movie. So it's almost like they are real. Of course, they are professionals, do you understand? But you are almost able to guess their mannerism, their persona. There's something there that you, apart from the storyline. But in Rock's own case, I think, like Oris said, we are in the era of Ozempic and Monjaro and all of those medications that is for weight loss. Um, it might be health related. It might also just be Americans or Hollywood creating a different person of you because of a particular role. And you
Yeah.
just, I don't know, they do it, they'll put you on the diet, they'll put you on, if it's exercise, if it's whatever it is, they
I
will
remember 50 cents for a movie
make you, yeah, they'll make you what they want you to look like for that role. And we've had different instances where they did all of this in some, I think, what's his name? Brad Pitt. You just change. And maybe after some time, you get back on your regular basis and then become, go. And then don't forget that that's the system where you can even make only one movie in a whole year and you'll be fine for another 2 years.
Yeah, right.
So the
yeah,
system is different.
yeah, you're right, James. I didn't think about that, but maybe it's for a different role. Maybe he's working on, maybe it's supposed to be on set and it's supposed to be this person. So yeah, that's a possibility. I do think anyway that there's a heart thing going on, and steroids use over the past 3 years is kind of catching up with him in a way. But you know what? I can't say, and none of us can say until maybe he divulges what exactly has happened. I just hope that it's fine.
Right. And looking at his physique right now, it doesn't look like he's going to make any return to WWE because with that physique, I don't think that's going to happen. All right, let me take your messages. Tayo says, The Rock is not looking like a pebble. Tayo, you have bad mouth or bad fingers. I don't even know which one.
Big bad mouth.
Oris can finally catch him.
Finally.
From steroids to Ozempic. Did you see him using steroids?
Look, those models are done. Bros. Let's be real. But anyway, we can't say.
Losing. Okay. He says, how much can his heart take? I hope his health is actually okay. He clashed with almost everybody in the Shazam movie and refused to join the multiverse. I heard that he tends to be difficult to work with. Ego and everything in between.
Star boys are like that.
Victor says, it's like saying the three richest men in Nigeria are all men. It's always what it is from number of hits and even money.
Yeah, that's about the Tiwa Savage thing.
Larry in the abroad says, there is no one more typecast than Liam Neeson. Always having a wife, daughter, son, ex-wife, great-grandfather kidnapped or attacked. But you never have that kind of personality in your family. Else you're doomed for no reason. Which is why it was kind of refreshing to see him in his cameo in Ted 2.
Oh, I didn't even see that. And he has a comedy out now, the Naked Gun Reboot. That's out in cinemas.
Oh, goodness gracious. Stan says, it's unfortunate that we can't do anything but accept they are just the big three, irrespective of whose fan we are. So Auntie Tiwa should chill. Even Kiss Daniel, Omale, Rema, Don Jazzy, Olamide, and even Thames, who are bigger than Tiwa. Are they all bigger than Tiwa?
They're bigger than Tiwa, maybe now, or hotter. Let's say hotter.
Hotter, no?
Some of them are at least, but
I don't think Olamide is bigger than Tiwa now. I don't think Thames.
How about all?
They are all hotter. All of them are hotter than her.
No,
but I think they are bigger.
No, I don't think Thames is bigger than Tiwa. Thames is not there yet.
What's the
internationally? Internationally, Thames is internationally.
So we're saying that Thames has eclipsed everything that Tiwa has done in a shorter space of time.
Not everything, but
Tiwa never, and this is unfortunate, but Tiwa never had a breakthrough moment internationally. Never. They tried to do it with her song 99 when she got that, I think, the Sunny deal. It just did not work out. Thames, with this, her last album, she got the Grammy. She gets the Grammy, she gets the Oscar nomination. Thames is the queen of the world right now. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
So
no argument there. Thames is certainly big internationally. Tiwa never even came half of what Thames has done over the past few years.
right. Okay. So let me just finish that message. And even Thames, who are bigger than Tiwa, cannot deny deny the fact that they are big three, because these three are just not artists, but also influential to artists' career growth, as I mentioned. And he says The Rock might be preparing for a new movie. Ask 50 Cent on one movie. What's that 50 Cent movie that he looked so gaunt is the word. I can't remember the name right now, but I was like, is that 50? I mean, 50 then and 50 now. 50 looks like 100, not 50 anymore. Really.
He's older.
So Fadu says, James got the energy. Ayo is trim. You see? Trim. I'm trim. That's what it is.
People should be replaced.
That steroids and heart pumps don't play a good role while growing older. That is true. It's possible he did that because of the movie. I've been a camera editing.
He's not camera editing.
He says you don't need to catch someone using steroids. It shows.
Exactly.
I just imagine going to the gym and I want to be big like The Rock after many years. Something must push muscles beyond its limits. I mean, The Rock really was huge.
He was huge.
Let's not even lie about that. Anyways, we need to wrap it up this morning. Thank you all so very much for keeping it locked, sending all the messages, and making it a fine morning. Really and truly. AY Nuniru, please take the all caps off. I'll feel less anxiety when I read your messages. And thank you so much, Oris and Paul James. It's been a pleasure having you guys on.
Thank you very much for having us as usual.
Yeah. Okay, for those who are on Twitter, it's Catch Your Wrist on Twitter. Never on the streets, only on Twitter. Catch Your Wrist.
James.
And James Silas is James Silas everywhere. You know, reach out and say hello. I'm from the grapevine. I'll holler back.
All right, nice one, bro. I think I'll reach out to The Rock and see if we can catch Oris.
Like I said, now I feel better. Like I can do something now, actually.
All right, keep it tuned to the Spirit Breakfast. 9 o'clock. Lagos will get talking. A very interesting discussion about the economy is coming up. I'm having someone from, let me not say yet, 9 o'clock. Just be here. We'll talk about that and a whole lot. Don't go anywhere.